Yeah, and that's why I'm on campus, man. I just
and
walk around and pray for people. That's kind of good.
you want me to sit there?
Sit there.
Okay.
That way it's
Yeah, you
better
can sit
background.
there, and you bring your buddy over here. We got room.
Cool setup, though, man.
Hi.
I got a podcast, but I don't have videos.
Cool. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. I'm Nick. It's a pleasure to meet you. What brings you to campus today?
My husband is attending a workshop here, so I'm just.
Oh, nice. Cool. So you kind of got
dragged
some.
myself along and my baby.
Yeah. Well, it's a gorgeous day for it. I mean, it's.
It is, yeah.
It's just about ideal. I love the. It's not quite fall, but it's like.
Sound.
Yeah, one can feel
Starting
the
to get
breath
that
of fall.
feel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I like that way of putting it, the breath of fall. And who's your buddy?
She
Cool, man.
is
Dudes.
Bonnie.
Good
Bonnie.
stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. Are you guys always on campus or just some?
Cool.
Yeah, my
Well,
best
first time.
friend.
Yeah.
Showing her around. Maybe she'll want to apply for someday.
Where are you guys
Maybe
going?
someday.
Or is this
It's
something in
they're
general?
doing college tours today. I think for
Okay.
the incoming freshmen. So
Okay.
they keep having big groups go by, or parents with their kids.
Mhm.
So I think we're rolling. Great.
Okay.
That's good. Cool. So so we can talk about basically whatever you want. It can be a fact-based belief. It can be a value that you have. So what would you?
Okay, well, maybe something controversial. I actually believe that education has to be
Sure.
available
Okay.
and accessible for everyone. So basically for free, state
Excellent.
funded. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So what is the main reason that you hold that belief?
well, I think that society as a whole will contribute, will benefit from people who have education, higher education.
Okay.
Because when people, especially in the university setting, when people are, the focus is not just to gain knowledge in a certain field, right, but also to
Yeah.
teach people to communicate with each other, to argue, and on a certain respectful level with each other, And so I think that would also contribute to the society maybe not being as polarized as it
Okay.
is these days, when people can talk to each other in a respectful manner and listen to each other
Okay.
and communicate and trying to understand each other's point. And I think this is what a university is also teaching as well.
Excellent. So why is it important to you that people be able to have civil conversations and talk with each other?
Well, I think that we are social, right, creatures,
Mhm.
and we live in societies. We live together. We need to coexist
Yeah.
in a peaceful way. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of problems occur because people cannot find a common ground.
Okay.
And often this is because they just, when you listen to people talk,
Yeah.
they just don't hear each other.
Okay.
I think when people can understand each other a bit better, when they can put each other in the other person's shoes,
Sure.
this is when we will be able to find solutions better.
Okay. Why do you believe that being able to have conversations will help people to find better solutions?
Well, I think people work better when they exist in a peaceful society, when they work together. And the only
Okay.
way to work together and produce something, and be
Mhm.
productive and be helpful to each other is when people can communicate.
Okay.
This is the first step, right?
Can you think of a case where people can work together? I guess I'm trying to think about, are you saying that people need to agree?
No, not necessarily agree. Well, they need to agree that they need to come to find a solution.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be just clashing with each other just
Sure.
for the sake of, having an argument. Although an argument is also sometimes good because you can, hear different opinions and actually maybe change your point of view sometimes, which
Yeah.
is good,
Are there times when people disagree when one of them is factually right and the other is not factually right?
Well, it's great if you can prove that, right? If
Sure.
you, however, there will always be things like religion, right, when there are no ways to prove each other wrong.
Right.
And so it is also another example when you have to stay respectful, right? Right, because there is no way to prove one way or the other.
If you're talking with someone and let's grant that you know what's going on and you can see that their opinions, which they hold very strongly, are not founded on fact or evidence.
Yeah.
Do you believe that it's important for you and them to agree, even if your foundation of truth is stronger than what they have, and maybe what they're saying is what they believe is, you may believe is damaging for society?
If this person is open to keep on the conversation, then I think it would be beneficial for both of us to exchange factual, some facts. However, if I see that a person is completely, doesn't want to move left or right a little bit, and his or her belief, then I will not push it. I mean, me personally, right, when I'm having this conversation. But it also depends on the topic, right?
Sure.
I mean, there are more controversial things. There are more personal beliefs. There are, knowledge. There's knowledge related to scientific knowledge, which is a different conversation. So I think one should also stay empathetic to the person you're talking to and understand also psychology maybe a little bit. So I think pushing your own agenda, regardless of how the other person feels, is not always not the right approach.
So if somebody came to you and said, I don't believe that education should be free. Education is not a right, it's a privilege.
Yeah.
People who are able to afford education should be able to do that. How might you approach a conversation with them to have a conversation about that?
I would first be interested in what their basis, what the basis for their belief is.
Yeah.
I would listen to their arguments, and I would try to, I guess, tackle one argument by one. And in fact, I had a conversation like this with several friends of mine. I mean, it's great to have people who you share opinions with, but it's also good for your own, development as a human as well, to have someone around you who challenges your ideas as well. So, and as long as it stays respectful, I'm willing to continue that conversation.
Awesome. Cool. I know you don't have a lot of time. Do you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, that would be good. Yeah. I'll let you and
I'm happy.
you and your buddy move on.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Maria. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
all
likewise.
Right. Take care.
Thank you, too.
Thanks so much for stopping.
Of course.
Maria, Maria? Perfect.
Enjoy the rest of your wander.
Thank you. And hope you have, a lot of interesting conversations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
So with that particular value-based claim, that was interesting because where I ended up going with it was, well, how would you have those sort of conversations rather than talking really about the belief itself?
This was something about education.
Her belief was that education should be free and state funded.
Okay.
And the main reason was that when you have more education, you're able to have better conversations and come to agreement with people and work out conflict was basically what I took away from it. And that's a good thing because it helps society be better.
Cool.
This is a case where I think I was struggling a little bit because it's a claim that I agree with. I was trying to get away from the claim and really down towards the epistemology, but I think it came down to kind of fact-based claims about what's good for society. And now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I could have gone into how do you measure the benefit to society? I think that's probably like the end that I was looking for that I.
And why does
that I
she
missed.
think that way of measuring is a good way to measure?
Yeah. Well, where I went with it was talking about, well, what if there's somebody whose beliefs are damaging?
Right.
Right? It's like, why would you have the conversation? But I think I really got me away from the original claim, which was that
Education
government
should be
should fund education, free education for all.
Cool. Well, how do you feel?
So about that one. She didn't feel like she had a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel like I could get into it a lot, and I think I missed that in to kind of get down to a deeper level.
Cool. Do you want to talk about yours, Kip?